As expected, Donald Trump's lawyers have already filed several motions with Judge Juan Merchan in New York to indefinitely delay the criminal sentencing that is scheduled for this coming Friday the 10th that Merchan only put on the calendar this past Friday the 3rd. And again, this is not a surprise to anybody that has been paying attention to this. For those who have not been paying attention, just to catch you up real quick, on Friday, Judge Juan Merchan not only scheduled Donald Trump's sentencing date for this coming Friday the 10th, but he also ruled that he is not going to be throwing out the criminal charges against him. You are, in fact, a convicted felon, and you will remain a convicted felon, Merchan had to say. So, on Monday, the next business day, obviously, after this motion came down from the judge, Trump's lawyers immediately fired back, telling Merchan, you're not just going to delay it. You're going to delay it indefinitely. Here's what they wrote. The court should vacate the sentencing hearing scheduled for January 10th, 2025, and suspend all further deadlines in the case until President Trump's immunity appeals are fully and finally resolved, which should result in a dismissal of this case, which should have never been brought in the first place. You know what? You almost had a legal argument there. You almost had a real, valid, but weak legal argument. And then, as you always do, I'm sure because Trump's probably looking over your shoulder as you're writing these motions, you added that last part, which should result in a dismissal of this case, which should have never been brought in the first place. That's not a legal argument. That has no place in a legal filing. That was unnecessary. That shows that your lawyers, are politicizing this matter, which is not going to do you any favors. It may not harm you, but it damn sure is not going to help you. That is a very stupid thing put in this motion by very stupid people, or perhaps one very stupid person overseeing them. But they did it. So do they have a case to make? In my opinion, absolutely not. They're trying to say that, listen, you already told us, Judge, that this is not covered by presidential immunity. But we appealed that ruling, so you got to wait until the appellate process finishes itself out. That's not how the legal system works, folks. Maybe in civil cases, yeah, you don't pay out what the courts have told you to pay out until you exhaust the appeals process, because obviously you can't go back and undo that. You know, you can't pay out victims, then win on appeal, then say, okay, give me the money back. Not how it works. In a criminal case, however, you can still go through with the sentencing, because the sentencing does not have to take place right away, and the sentence, of course, can be delayed until the appeals process plays itself out. Or in some cases, it's not. But you don't get to delay the actual sentencing itself while you're waiting for the appeals to be decided. That's not how it works for anybody. So the sentencing can still take place on January 10th. We have to wait and see what Merchan says about whether or not it will. But this is a weak legal argument made worse by the fact that they had to go and throw in the little personal snipes in there, which again is never going to help your case. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.